Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As we gear up for the 2024 general elections, how important a role will the minority vote play? Political pundits believe that getting the Muslim equation right may just be the make or break factor in these elections. In fact, the fierce fight for the Muslim vote in the 5 state elections reflects how political parties are acutely aware of this winning formula. While the Congress party woos minorities with schemes and quotas, AIMIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi gives a reminder of the Muslim vote and challenges Rahul Gandhi. Then his brother Akbaruddin Owaisi flexes his what we can call Muslim muscles. On the other hand, Home Minister Amit Shah has lashed out at minority appeasement as being the formula that the Congress has followed for ages. But the question is, who will the minorities vote for? Let's look at how they voted in the state elections. In Telangana, 33% of the Muslims voted for the BRS, 34% voted for the Congress, and that's where the warning bells are ringing. In Rajasthan, 14% of the Muslims voted for the BJP and 62% Muslims voted for the Congress party. This perhaps is why in the slog overs in Telangana, Asaduddin Owaisi has taken a dig at Rahul Gandhi, attributing his win in Wayanad to 35% Muslim voters. Listen in.
वायनाड इसलिए जीते क्योंकि मुस्लिम लीग वहां पर 35% मुस्लिम वोट दलाई राहुल गांधी को। असल भारत की सियासत की हकीकत यह है और इसी मैं जो प्रूफ करना चाह रहा था, आप प्रूफ कर दिए उस बात को कि कांग्रेस पार्टी के पास अगर कोई वोटर बचा है तो मुसलमान बचा है। इसीलिए कांग्रेस पार्टी नहीं चाहती कि एमआईएम पार्टी एक लीडरशिप की जो बात कर रही है माइनॉरिटीज की, एम्पावरमेंट की, वो उनसे परेशान होते हैं।
But there's another twist added to the minority card. While Asaduddin Owaisi attacks Congress for wooing the Muslim vote, his brother Akbaruddin Owaisi flexes his minority muscles. Watch how he threatens even a police officer on duty of what can happen if he just gives a little signal to his supporters. An open threat on camera.
इंस्पेक्टर साहब, घड़ी है मेरे पास या मेरी घड़ी आपको दी? फिर चलिए चलिए चलिए। गोलियां चाकुओं की बात सुन के समझे के कमजोर हो गया। अभी भी बहुत हिम्मत है, छह बड़े आके ठहरे। 5 मिनट अभी बोलूंगा 5 मिनट। कोई माय का लाल पैदा नहीं हुआ मुझे रोकने के लिए। सही है ना? इशारा कर दिया तो दौड़ना पड़ेगा। दौड़ाए कैसी आते हमारे इत्तेहाद को कमजोर करने के लिए। होशियार रहो।
This fight is also on for minority votes in Rajasthan. Amit Shah has once again taken on the Congress party, accusing Chief Minister Gehlot of appeasement. Chief Minister Yogi went a step further, saying that in Uttar Pradesh, communal rioters would have been crushed with bulldozers. However, Rahul Gandhi dismissed these attacks as diversionary tactics. Listen in to this face-off.
गेहलोत जी वोट बैंक की राजनीति के लिए तुष्टीकरण करते हैं। उदयपुर में दिन दहाड़े कन्हैयालाल तेली को मार दिया जाता है। झालावाड़ में कृष्णा वाल्मीकि की पीट कर हत्या कर दी जाती है। रतनपुर में, चित्तौड़गढ़ में रतन सोनी की हत्या की थी। कौमी दंगे होते हैं, इनसे कोई नहीं डरता भाई, कोई नहीं डरता।
मैंने आज से 2 वर्ष पहले वो दिन याद है जब यहाँ जोधपुर की सड़कों पर नंगी तलवारें लहरा रही थी और दंगाई दंगा कर रहे थे। तब मुझे भाइयों बहनों, याद आ रहा था, मैं सोच रहा था कि अगर ये दंगाई यूपी में होते तो मेरा बुलडोजर इनको रौंद करके सब ठीक कर दिया होता।
नरेंद्र मोदी जी का काम आपके ध्यान को इधर उधर करने का है। वो सामने से आते हैं टीवी में, सामने से वो आपका ध्यान इधर उधर करते हैं, आपको कहते हैं देखो हिंदू मुस्लिम, फिर नोटबंदी, जीएसटी, पीछे से अदानी आता है, आपका पैसा उठा के ले जाता है।
Such is the appeal for Muslim votes that even the National Conference chief Omar Abdullah waded into UP's halal ban row. He claimed that Muslims are being targeted for merely being Muslims. Listen in.
वहां पे यूपी में आज किसी भी चीज पे हलाल का मोहर लगाना अब जुर्म हो गया है। अगर किसी भी चीज पे हलाल का मोहर लगा हो, आप अपने घर में वो चीज रख नहीं सकते। आज यूपी हुकूमत के तरफ से मुसलमानों के घर पे छापे लग रहे हैं कि कहीं उनके घर से कोई ऐसी चीज ना निकले जिस पे हलाल का मोहर लगा हो। सीधा सीधा मुसलमानों पे आज सियासी तौर और कानूनी तौर ये वार किया जा रहा है।
So why are these secular parties just so worried about the minority vote? Well, Telangana has a population of 13% Muslims. 9% of the electorate in Rajasthan is minorities, and 6.5% voters in Madhya Pradesh also belong to the minorities. And that's what this positioning is all about. So the legitimate question we are asking on the Newshour tonight is appeasement siyasat ki hakikat and has been for many years? That's the question, and that's the debate on the other side.
You're watching the Newshour first. Debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Joining the debate tonight, Dr. Anand Ranganathan, author and political analyst. Asif Sohail supports the AIMIM. Mohammad Tariq Khan, spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. Kamru Zaman Chaudhary, political analyst, supports the Congress Party. Dinesh Chaudhary, spokesperson of BRS. But my first question goes to Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, national spokesperson of the BJP. And Gaurav Bhatia, Hindu-Muslim आप करते हैं, बीजेपी करती है, that's what Rahul Gandhi says. But Rahul Gandhi is totally silent on the fact that page 77 of the Congress manifesto actually talks about reservation after caste census for the minorities. Jitni population, utni arakshan. That's what it talks about. And that's also secular as far as the Congress party is concerned. Kanhaiya Lal, not one answer for that, but the allegation is that it is the BJP, which is the communal party. Please respond.
Navika, first of all, let us understand, Rahul Gandhi himself, in a meeting with Muslim clerics, had very proudly declared that Congress is a Muslim party. And we all know which government in power gave Hajj subsidy to the Muslims, which even according to the Supreme Court judgment should be finished, and thus it was the BJP government which ensured that the Supreme Court judgment is followed in letter and spirit. We all know who said that Lord Rama is a fictional character. Such is the Hindu hatred that Rahul Gandhi even went to the extent of saying that ladke ladkiyan chhedne mandir mein jate hain, and Congress party coined the term Hindu terror. But today I have some very important questions to ask. Amit Shah ji has very clearly stated that there is 4% Muslim reservation in Telangana, and this will be abolished because, one, it is unconstitutional. Let us understand the constitutional scheme. Rahul Gandhi will not understand. But Constitution does not permit reservation on the basis of religion. 2. Amit Shah ji has made a declaration that this 4% which will be abolished for the Muslims will be given to SC, ST and OBC community. So my second question would be, just a few days back, Rahul Gandhi was talking about the welfare of the OBC and OBC census and OBC survey should be conducted. So Navika, if this 4%, which is unconstitutional reservation for the Muslim, goes to OBC, SC and ST, why is it that the so-called OBC lovers, people who want to empower the OBC, SC, ST, are opposing such a move? And third, I think very importantly we have to understand, the entire country now knows that for the Muslims and Muslim appeasement, there is the Congress party, the mother of appeasement politics, Samajwadi party, the BRS, the AIMIM, which has Muslimin in its name. They have Mamta Banerjee, they have Arvind Kejriwal. But for the rights of the Hindus, if there is one party or one alliance which stands firm, talking about the Ram temple, talking about the pride of Hindutva, which is our identity, it is the BJP and the NDA. And this is constitutional politics. That is the difference between the constitutional politics of the BJP, which says everyone is equal, irrespective of religion, caste, place of birth, sex, or any other denomination. But the Congress, the BRS, the AIMIM, they only talk about appeasement politics. And last, I would like to say, I strongly condemn Mr. Akbaruddin Owaisi, जो ये कह रहे थे कि कोई माइका लाल पैदा नहीं हुआ मुझे रोकने के लिए, to a person who was wearing khaki, who was doing his duty. I would like to tell you, ऐसे लोगों को 10 डंडे पड़ने चाहिए और एक गिनना चाहिए जो वर्दी को डराएगा, उसको वर्दी का रसूख पता चलना चाहिए और उसकी हैसियत पता चलनी चाहिए. और इसीलिए people of Telangana today want a change because they are fed up of this appeasement politics. They want politics of empowerment, which only the BJP can deliver.
Mr. Dinesh Chaudhary of the BRS, my question to you is the BRS okay with this open communal attack on a man in uniform who just reminded that there are only 5 minutes left as per the model code of conduct? And you heard what Akbaruddin Owaisi said. Akbaruddin Owaisi said, एक इशारा करूंगा दौड़ा देंगे, दौड़ाऊं क्या? Which is virtually a call for lynching the man in uniform over there. Is the BRS now going to support an alliance partner or an unofficial alliance partner like the AIMIM? And is this the secularism that you preach?
Navika ji, first of all, Telangana has been the most secular state in the country, and we have known and we have seen it. Here, every section is being developed without any partisan attitude, whether be it the Muslims, whether be it the OBCs, whether be it the SCs, or whether be it the STs. We have development programs for every section, and we have been trying to achieve inclusive growth in every sector which has been marginalized or
underprivileged. Do you endorse Akbaruddin Owaisi's statements last night? Yes or no?
Navika ji, if you look at the scenario, he was riled up because he was interrupted before his allotted time was completed. And any politician, when his flow of speech is interrupted, definitely will get irritated.
Glad police person.
Gaurav Bhatia, please keep quiet when I am speaking. I haven't interrupted you.
Atrocious.
When you are speaking, I haven't interrupted you.
No, I am not interrupting you. And don't
please
be
have the decency
like
to hear me out.
Owaisi.
Please have the decency to hear me out and continue with your
He could have politely told the police officer that you come after 5 minutes and abide by law.
Wait for your turn.
No, what is wrong with that?
Why are you riled up? Why are you rattled when I am speaking?
Yeah, I will wait.
Yeah, why are you rattled when I am speaking?
I am rattled because my brother, who was a cop, when he is ensuring that law and order is maintained, Akbaruddin Owaisi has the temerity to threaten him. That is why I am riled up.
सच्चाई सुनने की
बता
आदत
दिया आपको,
सच्चाई सुनने की आदत
मैं क्यों इस वक्त नाराज हूं?
बीच में बोलना बंद करो, सच्चाई सुनने की आदत करो.
जो बिल में घुस जाते हैं
पहले बात
और
करने
उनको
को बात
शरण
करने की
देते हैं।
Dinesh Chaudhary, you're saying that Akbaruddin Owaisi was riled up. So because he was riled up, he will say that the crowd of 500, 600, 800,000, whatever people are there, वो भगा के मारेंगे? भगा के मारेंगे? Wasn't that a call for lynching a man in uniform?
Navika ji, I was coming to those points when I was interrupted. See, I was telling that any politician, when his flow of speech is interrupted before his allotted time, gets irritated. But Mr. Akbaruddin Owaisi should have exercised restraint and conveyed it in a less aggressive manner. And if you go into the complete background of this incident, if you hear what Mr. Akbaruddin Owaisi said today in his defense, he said that he had problems with that certain official who has been continuously converting the election commission rules against him. So he has lodged a complaint also, and Mr. Akbaruddin Owaisi has also been booked by the concerned official. So there are two sides to this, and we can't pass on judgment just by going by one incident. So let the law take its own course, Navika.
All right. Let the law take its own course. But if anybody from the BJP would have said this, everybody would have gotten together. India Alliance, non-India Alliance, American Alliance, everybody would have ganged up and said that this is a communal party. Asif Sohail, I want to ask you. अब आपका झगड़ा है किसके साथ? आपको कांग्रेस से भी लड़ना है, आपको अपना घर भी बचाना है, क्योंकि कांग्रेस आपसे वोट ले जा रही है, तो आपको डर लग रहा है आपकी सियासत कैसे चलेगी, आपकी दुकान कैसे चलेगी, जो माइनॉरिटी वोट बैंक पॉलिटिक्स है। तो आप कहीं राहुल गांधी को कहते हैं कम एंड फाइट इलेक्शंस फ्रॉम हैदराबाद, वायनाड छोड़ो, वायनाड में माइनॉरिटीज ने आपको जिताया, एंड देन अकबरुद्दीन ओवैसी इन full glare of cameras actually gives such a clarion call for almost lynching a cop on duty. आप क्या दिखा रहे हैं? संविधान को मानने वाली पार्टी है? बैरिस्टर साहब कहते हैं हम तो संविधान से चलते हैं, ये संविधान की इज्जत हो रही थी वहां पर?
नाविका जी देखिए, हमारी लड़ाई एंटी सेक्युलर फोर्सेस से है, बीजेपी से, आरएसएस से है, बजरंग दल से, और हमेशा रहेगी। और रही बात अकबरुद्दीन अवैसी की, देखिए एक तो आप उसको गलत बताया जा रहा, उनके पास जब परमिशन था और 5 मिनट थे बाकी, जब कोई इंटरवीन करे, उनका एक अंदाज है बयान करने का, उन्होंने पुलिस के खिलाफ नहीं बोले, ना पुलिस के उनको और उनको कोई बुरा नहीं बता। एक मीडिया के पास और बीजेपी के पास देखिए सिर्फ जो 3 बंदर थे, आईटी, ईडी और सीबीआई, उसका इस्तेमाल नहीं कर पा रहे हैं यहाँ पे तेलंगाना और हैदराबाद में, तो मीडिया का इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं, मीडिया ट्रायल लेने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। वो जो ऑफिसर थे वो काबिल ऑफिसर है, अकबरुद्दीन ओवैसी लर्नर्ड पर्सन है। और जो आप बोल रहे हैं दुकान चलाने की, अकबरुद्दीन ओवैसी अपने जाती पैसों से 15,000 बच्चों को फ्री पढ़ाते हैं, दवाखाने चलाते हैं, कई चीज करते हैं। देखिए उसमें मैं नहीं जाना चाह रहा हूँ, बस अब ये क्या है, इनके खिलाफ, अवैसी ब्रदर्स के खिलाफ कुछ मसाला नहीं था मीडिया के लिए। अब ये एक टीआरपी को जो सो बढ़ाने के लिए कोशिश कर रहे हैं। और देखिए एक केस बुक हुआ है, इलेक्शन कमीशन में केस बुक हुआ है, पुलिस ने दिया है, और पुलिस के खिलाफ इन्होंने भी दिया है। लेट द कोर्ट टेक हिज ओन ट्रायल, उसका कोर्ट में होने दीजिए। हम कोई मीडिया ट्रायल नहीं चलाएंगे, बीजेपी आरएसएस का ट्रायल नहीं चलाएंगे, ये इलेक्शन सुकून में होने दीजिए। हैदराबाद में और तेलंगाना में नफरत की जगह नहीं है और हम आने भी नहीं देंगे। ये जमीन मोहब्बत की जमीन है।
अकबरुद्दीन सेज उनका एक अंदाज है अपना कहने का, उनका कहना अंदाजे बयां है, और बाकी कोई कहे तो वो कम्युनल है। आनंद रंगनाथन, व्हाट लॉजिक?
Navika, good evening. This is just absolutely shocking from my good friend Sohail ji when he's saying nafrat ki rajniti aane nahi denge. It is very clear from the speech today of Mr. Owaisi that he is actually exhorting the crowd कि दौड़ के भगाएंगे पुलिस ऑफिसर को, और कौन है वहां पे? And when he talks about nafrat ki rajniti, let me remind him that just a few years ago, the same Mr. Owaisi had actually claimed that Muslims will teach 100 crore Hindus a lesson, show them their place, if just the police is removed for 15 minutes. वो क्या था? वो नफरत की राजनीति नहीं थी।
Sir, let's not go in that. वो कोर्ट ने खारिज कर दिया है उनको जो सो बाइज्जत रिहा किया गया है केस में से। सर मैं आपको बोल रहा हूँ, सर आप झूठ मत बुलाइए, आप एक लर्नड पैनलिस्ट है, मैं आपकी इज्जत करता हूँ, आप सच्चाई बताइए हिंदुस्तान को, आप गलत मत बताइए, आरएसएस की स्क्रिप्ट मत पढ़िए, आप आरएसएस की स्क्रिप्ट मत पढ़िए। कोर्ट ने तो उन्हें माफ कर दी, उसके केस में तो इज्जत बरी किया है।
Anand Ranganathan, he said what he said, but the courts did let him off, maybe on a technical point, but the courts did let him off, and that's become the real vitamin and multivitamin for them to go on in the manner that Mr. Akbaruddin Owaisi threatened the police officer last night.
No, absolutely. There is no two doubts about it. And, the court may let him off, but the veracity of his speech is absolutely 100% correct. He did make that speech, but nonetheless, Navika, this tutu meme is for politicians. I don't want to indulge in it. I want to make a couple of serious points because they're very important. First, my good friend and brother Gaurav ji, when he talked about appeasement, he's absolutely right. The reason for appeasement in this country that has gone on for decades, Navika, is othering. When you specially carve out something for the minorities. As our ex-Prime Minister, Dr. Manmohan Singh said, minorities have the first right to resources. So I want to ask my good friend Gaurav Bhatia ji, when a special ministry for minority affairs was carved out in 2006 and BJP was opposed to it, can I please ask him, why is this ministry continuing for the last 10 years? Should this ministry exist or not? Yes or no? Mr. Gaurav Bhatia.
Gaurav Bhatia.
Yeah, to my friend Anand ji, I would like to say that minorities for us also include the Sikhs, the Jains, the Buddhists, and you would also be aware that chairman of the Minorities Commission also is a Sikh person. What is the difference? The difference is this. Even the constitution talks about the minorities. Our ministry is ensuring empowerment, not appeasement. And I'll give you a reason. I mentioned Hajj subsidy. Hajj subsidy, the judgment was followed in letter and spirit, is now abolished. You have seen how all the schemes of the government, be it Ujjwala Yojana, be it toilets, be it providing electricity to all, or gas cylinders, everything is being given to every person, irrespective of his religion. Third, aap mujhe bataiye, has anybody ever made this charge of discrimination against the government when Narendra Modi ji has been the Prime Minister? No. And you rightly said, Manmohan Singh ji had said, the first right to all resources is that of the minorities, especially the Muslims. And I can tell you, Navika, what we are against. And I made a very categorical statement also. Amit Shah ji raised the point that 4% reservation will be distributed to the SC, ST, OBC. But none of them who were talking about OBC survey will answer that. We talk about equality, Anandji. They spoke about appeasement. Even the Congress manifesto in the Telangana election this time talks about giving extra emoluments and benefits to the minorities, especially the Muslims. So it is a race to attract the Muslim voters and nobody cares about the Hindus. One party that has stood tall, firm, shoulder to shoulder with the Hindu community is the Bharatiya Janata Party, and we take a lot of pride in that, and we don't do it out of appeasement. We do it because we believe in the Constitution and that Hindus
your
are
question
equal citizens.
answered?
Yes. No, one second. There is no doubt. In fact, I have the data with me that no other Prime Minister, past or present, has done as much for Muslims and the minorities as Narendra Modi. I have the data in front of me. But I want to ask, when Gaurav ji says that they do not practice the policy of appeasement, I want to ask him, there is this Prime Minister Pradhan Mantri Shadi Shagun scheme where only Muslim girls who graduate before marriage are given 51,000, no questions asked. There is an interest-free loan that is given to the Waqf land if it wants to set up shops outside the mosque. Interest-free loans given to Waqf land. So I want to ask you, Gaurav ji, this is also appeasement. Please accept it.
Well, Gaurav Bhatia, there are questions.
Anand bhai, I think you have a different point of view. Can I respond quickly?
Yes, please.
I respect your point of view. Yes, I have a different point of view,
Yeah.
but I respect your point of view,
So,
Gaurav bhai.
Anand bhai, I think you missed out on my answer, or I am sure you understood because you are a very, very wise man. The difference, I'll give you two more examples. One for the minority community and one for the Hindu community. What is the difference? You remember the Shah Bano case? It happened during the Congress regime. There was a legislation that was brought and a 65-year-old Muslim lady was deprived of even maintenance. And now Shah Bano judgment was delivered by the Supreme Court. Triple talaq has been made an offense. This is the difference. And for the Hindus, they said, Supreme Court, please do not hear the Ram Mandir matter. And Ram Mandir now, we are seeing how we'll have a magnificent Ram Mandir during Modi ji's regime. So if he made a promise, we took care of the Muslims, the Hindus, the Jain, the Parsis, the Bauds, and this is the difference, that appeasement for none and empowerment.
So let me get in Kamru Zaman Chaudhary. Kamru Zaman Chaudhary, my question to you is straightforward. Rahul Gandhi says Hindu Muslim Congress Party nahi karti, BJP karti hai. But what is the Congress Party doing? Isn't it doing Hindu Muslim when it proposes reservations? Isn't it true that there is a minority appeasement that is going on in Telangana because that is the formula that won you Karnataka? The question is, today the war of words between Asaduddin Owaisi's party and the Congress Party is tantamount to the certificate of so-called secularism, because both of you are wooing the minority votes, and it is only in that context, because there has been no action taken in Rajasthan against the killers of Kanhaiya Lal. And in Rajasthan, there were so many riots and there were so many stone pelting incidents during Hindu festivals. What did the Gehlot government do about that?
Well, Navika, first things first, let me just put a small correction to the fact that what Akbaruddin Owaisi did to that policeman in Hyderabad is same as the Akash Vijayvargiya beating an Indore official with a cricket bat. So all these incidents need to be condemned and strictest action must be taken. Now coming back to this entire debate tonight, you just see the definition of appeasement differs from your book and my book, or lots of people may differ on whatever I say out here. Basically, what does the definition of appeasement according to the Bhakt Mandali is? If I say that the Prime Minister Narendra Modi going to open the Ram Mandir is Hindu appeasement, or the bulldozer Hindutva is Hindu appeasement, or abolishing the Madrasa board in Assam is Hindu appeasement, or attempt to bring the uniform civil code is Hindu appeasement, or the halal ban in UP is Hindu appeasement, or withdrawing the minority scholarship by the central government is Hindu appeasement. When you speak of Kanhaiya Lal, which needs to be condemned, then can't we talk of Junaid and Nasser lynching in Rajasthan in the same terms as it is? No, because it doesn't suit the Bhakt Mandali's agenda. You know, when Anandji said about othering of the population, it's an open secret that a particular section of the society is feeling othered in India right now. You see, the political isolation of the Muslims in India is more or less complete, with the BJP not even offering a single ticket to the Muslim population in the country anywhere. Leave aside whatever the percentage of population in the state may be. Do you call that Hindu appeasement or Muslim appeasement? When your newfound love in Shaila Rasid says that 2.5% of the Muslims in India are undergraduates or have not crossed the graduation, then what is the economic status, what is the educational status of the Muslims in the country in general? So if a government formulates a policy for the targeted upliftment of a particular section of the community, what's wrong in that? That cannot be termed an appeasement.
Oh, that's not minority. But that is not appeasement. But if the BJP talks about building a temple after the Supreme Court verdict, then that is appeasement of the Hindus. Anand Ranganathan.
No, you know, there is the best answer. Kamruji, I didn't interrupt you.
This is not fair.
Kamruji,
I have to reply to so many things out here.
No, you've raised a question. Anand Ranganathan raised his hand. He'll respond to your question. I'll come back to you after that. Anand.
Yes, I have not yet finished also. I have not finished even.
My friend, I'm not the police officer who will tell you 5 minutes. आप मुझे भी भगा दोगे यहाँ से. लेकिन थोड़ा सा आपके बात पर काउंटर कर रहे हैं आनंद रंगनाथन को, तो सुन लीजिए। डेमोक्रेसी इट्स नॉट अ रैली स्पीच। कमरुज़मान चौधरी, इट्स नॉट अ रैली स्पीच। यू हैव स्पोकन फॉर ऑलमोस्ट 90 seconds. Allow Anand Ranganathan to counter you.
Yes, thank you, Kamruji. Please have the patience. Number one, when you talk about,
let me reply. Let me answer him.
Can I please?
Yes, Anand. I'm coming to you, Asif.
Thank you, because I will speak only of data and facts. When Kamruji talks about appeasement, I want to ask him, was the overturning of the Supreme Court Shah Bano judgment not appeasement in his words? He has to only say yes or no, and then everything will be exposed. But now, when he talks about the condition of Muslims in Modi-ruled India, this has to be countered with data, and only data can expose this. Please give me just a minute. I won't take more than that. Let us look at the state of Muslims in a state that has never been ruled by BJP, a state where Kamruji comes from, and whose present and past chief ministers have gone out of their way to appease Muslims, Bengal. In Bengal, Muslims are poorer than any other community, with their population growing twice the rate of Hindus. According to the periodic labor force survey, only 13% Bengali Muslims have regular salaried jobs. Figure for India is 22.1%. 35% Bengali Muslims work as casual laborers. Figure for India is 24%. Muslims in Bengal earn 27 to 40% lower than Muslims in the rest of India. Muslims make up 30% of Bengal population, but only 7% of all university and college teachers in Bengal are Muslims. And if you discount madrasas, the figure is minuscule. Literacy rate of Muslims is 7% lower than state average. This, after 40 years of non-BJP rule, after 40 years of rule by those who claim to work for them. Now let us look at Muslims in BJP-ruled Gujarat. Their rural per capita income is higher than Hindus. They occupy same percentage of higher government posts as their population share. This is from the Satchar report. Their literacy rate is 6% higher than national average. So when we talk of facts, please talk of facts.
All right,
because
the facts have been put before you, Kamruज़zaman Chaudhary, and they are stacked against your argument.
Yeah. No. Navika, this is a laughable comparison between West Bengal and Gujarat. Gujarat has always been a prosperous with the Bohra community, considered one of the richest communities in India. They come from Gujarat, whereas in Bengal you have got the minority Muslim population as the most migrant laborer in India. It provides for the 50% of the workforce in the unskilled sector in India. West Bengal does not have a robust industrial space right now.
It's not about how rich a state is or how poor a state is. It is about discrimination. Discrimination can happen whether somebody is prosperous or not. In Gujarat, there is no discrimination. In West Bengal, there is discrimination, as is there discrimination in the country over the Congress regime, and that's a fact you really can't deny, Kamruज़zaman Chaudhary. But Asif Sohail wants to come in. Asif Sohail, what is your point? Is this a fight for supremacy because the Congress might just take away the Muslim vote away from the Muslimin party, and therefore you have to indulge in such polarizing and such such warnings which almost egg on a crowd to lynch a man in uniform?
नाविका जी, देखिए, जो लोग को शर्वानी में खाकी नक्कर दिखा वो तो बात ही नहीं करना चाहिए ये चीज़ को लेके। शर्वानी से तकलीफ है, दाढ़ी से तकलीफ है, टोपी से तकलीफ है, हलाल से तकलीफ है, हिजाब से तकलीफ है। तो आपका कोई हक नहीं है कि मुसलमानों से किसी को वोट, सिर्फ ये वोट मुसलमान का, जो मुसलमान को दर्द समझता है, चाहे वो कोई भी हो, उनको एक सेक्युलर माइंडसेट है जो मुसलमान के हित में ठहरेगा, मुसलमान के डेवलपमेंट के लिए काम करेगा, उसको मुसलमान का वोट जाएगा, चाहे कोई भी पार्टी हो। और जो लोग मुसलमान को टारगेट करते हैं, उनके खाने को, कपड़े को, उनको इस चुनाव के अंदर मुसलमान अपना जवाब बराबर देगा। और ये मुहिम हैदराबाद की ज़मीन से शुरू होगी और ये 2024 के इलेक्शन में आपको बराबर पता चलेगा, तेलंगाना के इलेक्शन में भी और 2024 के इलेक्शन में भी। इसका आपको क्लियर कट
मैसेज आप किसको दे रहे हैं? बीजेपी को दे रहे हैं या कांग्रेस को दे रहे हैं?
5 seconds. सोहेल साहब, मैं आपकी बहुत इज्जत करता हूं।
मैडम, मैं बोल रहा हूं जो मुसलमानों के खिलाफ, दलितों के खिलाफ, देखिए सुनिए, आप मेरी बात खत्म करने दीजिए। जो मुसलमान, दलित, पिछड़ों के खिलाफ है, उनको मैं ये जवाब दे रहा हूं, ये हम सब मिलकर जो फिरका परस्त ताकत है उनके खिलाफ अपना आवाज को और अपने वोट को इस्तेमाल करेंगे और अच्छी गवर्नमेंट जो सबको लेकर चलने वाली गवर्नमेंट है उसको लेकर आएंगे हम।
बिल्कुल सोहेल साहब, आपसे एक सवाल पूछना चाहता हूं। एकदम सही बात कही, जो मुसलमानों के हित के लिए काम करेगा उसको वोट मिलेगा। मैं आपसे पूछना चाहता हूं, क्या इस देश के 60 लाख अहमदियाज मुसलमान हैं? हाँ या ना बताइए।
देखिए, वो उनका अपना पर्सनल प्रैक्टिस है। जो एक मुसलमान अगर समझते हैं, जो कलमा पढ़ता है, देखिए जो ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह मोहम्मदुर रसूलुल्लाह पढ़ने वाला है वो मुसलमान है बराबर। अगर वो पढ़ते हैं तो बराबर मुसलमान है। मैं देखिए उसके ऊपर नहीं जानना चाह रहा हूँ, कलमे की बुनियाद
नहीं जानना चाह रहे बिकॉज इट डजंट सूट यू। गौरव भाटिया।
Okay. So, Navika, let me expose these parties that indulge in blatant appeasement. In my hand is the Congress Party manifesto for Telangana, and there is a special minority declaration. Now, what does the minority declaration say? They say monthly honorarium of rupees 10,000 to 12,000 for priests from all religions, including imams, muezzins, khadims, pastors, and granthis. I asked them, why not pujaris?
So how much is
Pujaris are also entitled, because if you give it to imams and maulanas, you should give it to the pujaris. The second item, digitize land and property records of the Waqf board. Reclaim and re-register encroached properties of the Waqf board. Why? Why only Waqf board? Why not the Hindu religion and other religions? And third, protect and allot land for Muslim and Christian graveyards. Why not for the Sikhs to have cremation grounds? Why not the Hindus? This is the kind of blatant appeasement, and that is why I say Congress is the mother of appeasement politics, and Rahul Gandhi rightly said it is a Muslim party. Second, let's come to AIMIM. In my hand is their constitution of the party. What does it say? Do you know, Navika? It's dangerous. They openly talk about strive for unity among the Muslims and safeguarding their rights and interests as guaranteed. Why not other communities? A member of parliament like Asaduddin Owaisi takes oath under the constitution. He should protect the rights of every Indian. Why only talk about Muslim brotherhood? Third, let's go to Rajasthan. Rajasthan, Ashok Gehlot is the father of appeasement. He brought in a government order dated 1st of April 2022 saying रमजान के महीने में मुस्लिम इलाकों में बिजली नहीं कटेगी नाविका. At the same time, when the Hindus wanted to worship and take out a procession during a Ram festival, he did not allow that. Second, it is also important that Matloob Ahmed, the main accused person who was there pelting stones at this procession of the Hindus, was not arrested for 100 days. Do you know why? Because Ashok Gehlot saw the religion of the accused, and he thought if he obeys the oath that he has taken and arrests Matloob Ahmed, it would cost him a lot of votes. Such is the dirty politics in Rajasthan and Telangana, and that is why Bharatiya Janata Party is the only alternative to these parties.
Well, I don't know. It's not a rally where Gaurav Bhatia you can ask for votes. But I want to ask the Samajwadi Party spokesperson, Mohammad Tariq Khan.
Facts and numbers.
Yeah, Mohammad Tariq Khan.
Over your channel.
My question to you is, when somebody
AIMIM about their own constitution talking about Muslim brotherhood?
Absolutely, and nobody spoke a word when the DMK held a conference to completely wipe out Sanatan Dharm. Even that did not invite any comment whatsoever from either the Congress party or the Samajwadi Party or the BRS, because they are secular. Is that right, Tariq Khan Saab?
No. The whole discussion, what I have been saying, is completely concentrated on appeasement of Muslim. Let me take it on another way. Modi ji said in Nizamabad that South India helped to control the population, and what we will do when we will in delimitation, we will increase the number of seats of South India. So what we call it means we should get a point from this that North India is responsible for increasing the population of India. This is not a regional appeasement. Means what you are doing, you are saying that North India is responsible for increasing the population. And if take it in a broader picture, that appeasement is everywhere.
Tariq Khan, it's a fact. It's a fact. Navika, it's a fact. You know, these are scientific facts which can be checked out.
It's a fact. It's a fact. I am accepting it. It's a fact. But why you are using this?
Facts are not meant to be used. Are you saying झूठ बोलना चाहिए? Facts use नहीं करने चाहिए?
I just want to explain this. That appeasement is everywhere. Appeasement is everywhere. If you call it Muslim appeasement or Hindu appeasement, it's regional appeasement. Call it a women appeasement if BJP says.
Fair. I completely agree with you. Appeasement is everywhere. Appeasement is the blueprint for politics, my friend. Then why is one section called communal and the other section called secular is the basic question I'm asking. The question is, if there is open appeasement that is going on, then why label only one party as the culprit? Why should everybody not share the burden of completely muddying the waters as far as the term secularism is concerned? Does anybody deserve a complete monopoly on that expression, on that tag? That is the question people are asking about. We leave it at that. I'm completely out of time on this debate. Thank you to all my panelists for joining me on debate number 1.